If you do go on to enjoy today's video, do me a favour and hit that like button and of course subscribe. It really does help me out a lot. And if you want to avoid the random lottery that is FIFA points, you can go straight to the source with u7buy.com, and of course you can use the code TVM at the checkout to get yourself a discount. What is going on, guys? TVM here. Welcome back to another video and yet another predictions video with Team of the Year behind us. We now look forward to Future Stars, my favourite promo, where we get to use cards we would normally not get to use at all in FIFA because they're just so terrible. Now, quick disclaimer, I may get all of these wrong, I may get all of them right, I may get somewhere in between. It's that kind of promo, it's just a guesswork really. The other disclaimer is that the stats are just completely random. I've added 10-20 to their overall, and then I just added 10-20 to their stats. So take it with a pinch of salt, don't look too much into it, let's get cracking. Up first, we have Kubo. I think he's on loan at Mallorca from Real Madrid, correct me if I'm wrong. He's had 10 starts so far this season. He's played a 6.67 for the Spanish club, and he's got 2 goal contributions. One of the players that moved during the summer, there was massive hype around him, and then instantly he went away because he made that move. Larutzi of Liverpool, and a lot of you might be like, hang on a minute, he's not French, he's Algerian. Well, he's just been called up to the French under-19s. So wouldn't be surprised to see him change nation soon. Up from a 59 to an 86. He's had 1 FA Cup appearance so far this season where he came on for an injured James Milner. Honestly, this guy in real life is decent. I watch a lot of him. He's rapid. Busio. This guy up from a very low rating in the MLS. 10 starts so far this season. 6.67 with a 4 goal contributions, which, to be fair, for a centre mid isn't too bad. Unbelievably well rounded. Are those stats accurate? Who knows? Let's move on to Darami of Copenhagen. Some pace being injected. We're up from a 57 to an 86. He's had 4 starts so far this season, playing a 6.63. He's also had 1 goal contribution. So not crazy goal contributions from these players, but they are all under the age of 23, therefore eligible for Future Stars. Moving on to Doku of Anderlecht, 86 rated. He's had 7 starts this season with 1 goal contribution from right wing. Look at that pace. I know a lot of these players will have unbelievable pace. I think EA may do it suited to the sort of play style of the game. And of course, a lot of these players getting 10 boosts takes them all the way up to like 88, like this Dalot card. Now, I don't actually think Dalot will get a Future Stars, but it's definitely worth a mention. 1 start, 6.6 rating, and did absolutely nothing. But that aside, there is a chance. It depends on how generous EA want to be. There are quite a few Man United options within this video. Moving on and away from the Premier League into Schalke with McKennie, an 87 rated card. 10 starts for him, 6.68 average match rated, and a very high pass accuracy from midfield. It looks like a very good, strong card. I mean, that is just so well-rounded. Let's move on to Silva. This guy is probably going to be unknown for a lot of you. Fabio Silva of Porto, up from a 68 to an 87. He's only had 1 start in the Portuguese league so far this season. He's played a 6.77. He got 1 goal contribution in that game as well. Every match rating and goal contributions that I list off are all going to be from league performances and nothing more. Demiral, who I believe has done his ACL, so this is all but guaranteed in my opinion. Up from a 74 to an 87, could potentially be even higher. They might even bump him to like a 90 because he does play, not regularly, but he's made 5 starts so far for Juve, playing a 7.08 with 2 goal contributions. If he has done his ACL, he'll be out for the rest of the year, and that's why they'll give it to him. Harry Wilson, 87 rated, 14 starts for Bournemouth this season, 6.93 with 6 goal contributions. He's probably going to have a fairly big summer with Wales as well, if he's fit. I think he might be injured right now, correct me if I'm wrong. Bournemouth fans, is he injured right now? I think he is. Sticking with the Premier League, and James of Chelsea. Now, I'm not a Chelsea fan, but there are a lot of Chelsea players in this video. 6 starts so far this season, 7.10 match rating with 2 goal contributions from right back isn't bad at all. Very good looking card. Is it an 87 rated card? Like I said, I'm not sure about the stats, but does look pretty decent. Esposito, which reminds me of a certain song, up from a 63 to an 87. 1 start in there with a 6.65 match rating. He got a goal contribution in that game. I am saying starts. They are playing a lot more than what I'm saying. I'm just saying starts. They have made some sub appearances as well. Not just Esposito, but other players dotted around. Greenwood being one of those. He's only started twice so far this season for Manchester United, but he has made several sub appearances. He's played an average of a 6.79, and he has acquired 4 goal contributions. I know full well there are a lot of Premier League players in here, and I am a little bit biased towards the league, but EA are as well, and that's kind of why. Gravenberch, 87 rated, 1 start for Ajax so far this season, playing a 7.18. He's made several sub appearances and he's picked up 2 goal contributions. I'd love to see this card. I kind of want to see players from leagues that aren't necessarily the top 5. I've included as many as I can realistically, but this is EA we're talking about. I'm always going to mispronounce this guy. Soyuncu, I'm not sure how to say his name. I really do apologise. He obviously is a regular for Leicester, but he is 23 years of age, so he is eligible. He's ironically made 23 starts as well. 7.12 match rating with 2 goal contributions. Like I said, he is 23, so right on the edge. Mason Mount sticking with Premier League before we move away. Another 87 rated card, 20 starts so far for Chelsea, 6.96 match rating and 7 goal contributions. Most of those coming in the first 10 games of the season. He hasn't done an awful lot since. I'm assuming he's not injured, but no, he can't be. But there we are. Gumney, if that's how you say his name. Look at the pace on this kid. Not the best in terms of like stats, you know, like low passing, terrible shooting, etc. But with 16 starts for the first team so far this season, he is predicted to do big things, and he's meant to have a big Euros as well, so we'll have to look out for that. Tomori, yet another Chelsea player. I'm not biased towards them, I swear. It's just half of their team are all youth players, and they all get regular football. He has got 14 starts so far this season with a 7 match rating and 1 goal contribution. Would he be higher than the likes of Mason Mount? I'm not sure, but either way, definitely worth a shout. Let's move on to probably one of the best cards in this set, and that is Paqueta of Milan. 8 starts so far for the Italian club, 6.56 match rating with only 1 goal contribution, but still looks like an insanely well-rounded card. Some brilliant dribbling stats, very nice physical and passing. I like the look of him a lot. Let's move back to the Premier League, and, you know, again, take this with a pinch of salt. I've got absolutely no idea what his stats will look like. This is just to give you some sort of visual representation. 19 starts for Manchester United, 6.83 match rating with 9 goal contributions. I don't think he's contributed too much lately, but because he's been on the bench a lot, but you never know. Dani Olmo. This guy is, I mean, the move is imminent rather. He has to move soon, and I think it's going to be to the likes of Barcelona. He's made 9 starts so far this season with 3 goal contributions, but he's one of those players that's been knocking around for a little while on the likes of Football Manager and the Wonderkids list and things like that. It's got to be soon. Curtis Jones of Liverpool. 1 FA Cup start with 1 goal. What a goal it was as well. I've been watching him for quite a while. I've had him on the Football Index for quite a while as well, and he has made me a fair bit of money, so thank you very much, Curtis. But could be a good card. I mean, is 88 too high? Maybe, maybe not. I think EA will boost the players from clubs such as, you know, like Napoli and Liverpool and so on. This is why Merit is going to be so high rated as well. 88 rated, 13 starts so far for the Italian club with a 6.68 match rating. He's kept 3 clean sheets in his 13 games as well. Fairly impressive. The only goalkeeper to feature, actually. I'm not that bothered by it, but I couldn't think of anybody else. Kangin Lee of Valencia. Now, this is, in my opinion, all but guaranteed, because EA will want to make this card desirable. How is it desirable? It links to Heung-min Son. Of course, two starts so far this season for Valencia, 6.59 match rating with 1 goal contribution. That shouldn't put EA off, though. Moving on to Valverde, I'm not sure how to say his name. He, I believe, got red carded, didn't he, in the derby for hacking down a striker. He's made 10 starts so far this season, 6.96 match rating with 5 goal contributions. Quite impressive. Fairly high rated card as well. Could be higher. Martinelli of Arsenal is another card I would expect to go higher. He might actually be a striker rather than a left wing, but I've just left him as he is in game. He's only made 3 starts for Arsenal, playing a 6.54 and only got 1 goal contribution. However, that's his league form. He has got 4 League Cup goals, and I believe he's made an appearance in the FA Cup. Now, Tammy Abraham is, in my opinion, not going to feature because he's already established. He's not like a youth player coming up. I mean, he is, but he's already established as Chelsea's #1 striker. He's made 20 starts so far this season with 16 goals in the Premier League. So I'd be very surprised to see him. If he did, he probably would be higher than 89. Sticking with Chelsea, because why not? Hudson-Odoi. Now, this is a card I could see happening because he's not necessarily as established as Abraham. He's only got 4 starts this season. He does have 4 goal contributions because he's made more sub-appearances than he has starts. 6.84 match rating. It's quite impressive. That would be a really nice card, and I would much rather see that. Haidara, this is probably one of the best cards on offer. He's made 3 starts for Leipzig. 6.60 match rating. No goal contributions, but a very high accurate passer of the ball. And reflected in the stats, I'm sure. But that looks like a very, very nice card. Moving on to Burge, who could be a West Ham player by the end of today or tomorrow, ironically. 20 starts for his side in Belgium with 4 goal contributions. Very highly rated youth player. And again, some stats to boost. I mean, look at the state of that. Very good physical and defensive stats. Moving on to Zaniolo. This is another one of those players that I believe is all but guaranteed. It's a shame that it'll be a right wing, but still. 15 starts so far. I say so far. 15 starts this season, and that's it, because he's just done his ACL. 6.77 with 5 goal contributions. That's why I think he'll be selected. He won't have any other cards this season, because he's done that and he's out for the rest of it. So, yeah. Hakimi over at Dortmund with 15 starts, 6.77 match rating. 7.02 match rating with 8 goal contributions to Dortmund. He already has a special card this season. It's like a UCL right mid, but would not be surprised to see him get a unbelievably well-rounded left-back card with insane pace. On to the 2 big boys. Rodrigo, 6 starts for Real Madrid, 6.76 match rating and 2 goal contributions. Last year, of course, they had Vinicius Jr. I believe this year they'll basically do the same thing, but they'll give it to their new man, Rodrigo. I think Vinicius Jr. was 92 rated, Rodrigo 91. I do have another player in mind, and it's, I mean, to be fair, it's pretty obvious. And, of course, it's going to be a newly transferred card as well, so it gives EA even more reason to do it. I am, of course, talking about Haaland, now at Dortmund. I wouldn't be surprised if they left him out completely because he is kind of established, but not really, because he's not established in a top 5 league like Abraham, who is one of the top goal scorers in the Premier League, arguably one of the most competitive. I say one of, not the most, one of the most competitive leagues in the world. Haaland has now moved into a top 5 league from what many people would consider a minor league. So I can definitely see this. He's got 20 goals in only 11 starts so far this season with a 7.66 match rated, making him our highest rated card of the episode, the highest goal scorer or the top goal scorer of the episode, and the highest match rated with the fewest starts, although he has made a fair few sub appearances. But that card would be nutty, to say the least. That is a list of players that could get in there. I have, unbelievably, I have maybe enough for another video if you guys want to see it. So if you do want to see another video full of players who could potentially get themselves Future Stars cards, maybe I release it tomorrow, maybe I put it out on Thursday just before, hopefully, they announce the squad. If you want to see it, hit the like button. If you think I've left anybody out and you want to help me in that list, then do me a favour and leave that in the comments down below. Subscribe to the channel if you're new, of course, and until the next time, goodbye.
Football Index. The game changed. Download the app now.